Well, hello, and welcome to Butterill Boutique. I am Doretha, and today I'm sharing with you once again my poncho. And this poncho was inspired by Ursula over at OM Granny Square. She created a beautiful poncho, and she called it Cool Blue Granny Square Poncho, and I loved it. And I wanted to have one, so I made it. But I made it in the type of yarn that I had available to me. She made hers in cotton, and it was so beautiful and hangs so well. And I had acrylic. So I used Red Heart Super Saver yarn on the red and the green, and on the black, I used Premier, one of those tubes or spools that we got one year for like $2 and something. But yeah, so I mixed the two. Even though the Premier said it was a weight 4, I did notice that it was a bit thinner than the Red Heart Super Saver. The Red Heart Super Saver is a little stiffer. I do like this texture of the Premier spool. I love it. It's soft. I love it, and it wasn't bad to work with, except for the fact that I didn't know which thread to pull off of the spool first. So if anybody got a trick to that, please share it. Please share it. So, and I ended up with a tangled mess, but hey, we got through it. We got through it. So anyway, this is my beautiful poncho. Ursula said to use 8 squares, and if you wanted your poncho a little smaller, you could use 6 squares. And she said to make them, I think, 6 squares wide, or you can make them as big as you want or whatever. But she was giving you a general instruction on how to, well, actually, she gave you step-by-step instruction on how she made hers. So she joined her squares with a continuous granny square, which I could not get the hang of. So what I did was sewed my squares together, and I used a simple slip stitch into back loop in order to get my seams this way on one side. I hope that's pretty clear. And on the other side, that's why I say it's reversible, because the seams are 2 different ways. On the other side, you will see the seam. And so sometimes you see that braid, and that is another design element that I love. And so sometimes I could wear it on that side, because that's the side I actually originally made it to go on, okay? But you can also wear it on this side, if you like. So this is my poncho, and I made 8 of these granny squares, and I slip stitched them together. I did not use the continuous granny square. So mine, after I finished putting the 8 squares together, she instructed us to do the neckline. And I did mine, and she did 3 rows in the back loop only, but I just did a regular 3 rows of regular single crochet. She did hers in the back loop only. That was a beautiful element to this. Okay. So after we finished this yoke with the squares and the trimming around the top, we moved on down to the body. And I did my body a little bit different from hers. Hers is all beautiful. I just continued with the granny stitch on down. And I finished the whole 1 pound of green. And then I went back to my Premier. I'm holding this funny, I'm sorry, all over my face. I went back to the Premier at the very bottom in black. So let me stand up and let you see how my poncho fits me. Okay, my poncho fits like this. And that is the back. And I absolutely love it. It's a little bigger than I want it to be around the neckline. That's because I used a different hook and a different yarn than Ursula did. She said you can use 8 squares or you can reduce it to 3 squares. In this acrylic yarn, I am a size 3X at the top. And so I used 8 squares. So you see how that fits me? I would like it to fit a little more snug. So she said if you want it to fit more snug, then use 6 squares. Now that feels better on my shoulders. It depends on what look you're going for. If you want the cute little off-the-shoulder poncho look, then with your acrylic and you're my size, 8 squares did the trick. Okay? But at first I was saying, well, I'm gonna go around this neckline and pull it in. Oh no, I decided not to do that. What I'm gonna do is make another one. I'll make another poncho, and I will probably use, if it's in acrylic, I'll use 6 squares instead of 8. I would like this to be even longer. Yes. It covers my stomach, covers my backside, but I would like it to be a little bit longer, and I would like it to have a hood. So I may be thinking about something like that for winter, and I may even change the, down here, maybe put a more closed in stitch. I don't know, it depends on what I want my fall poncho to look like. But yeah, I love this one. Perfect for spring. And look, what the thing about these ponchos, you can not only wear them like this, you can also flip them around. You know, I got a point in the front. It's just a 2-point poncho. See, but I could turn it to the side also, and I could wear it like that. I could wear it like that. They're gorgeous. Now, I really like this too for spring. You know, if you just need a little bit of something, and you could use them, you know, make them in any color that you like. But yeah, I like it. I really, really like it a lot. What do you think? What do you think about my poncho? Yes, that's what we're working with. That's what we're working with. Okay. And I have one more thing that I want to go ahead and show you. I'm sorry. It's early morning. This is my cup of morning juice. And, hey. It's water after this, so I don't drink nothing else but this 1 cup in the morning, and then I drink water. So here's a hat that I just finished last night, and I have some nieces who asked for bucket hats. So, and this is one that in this color, I just finished last night. It is a darker gray, and here it is at the top. Let me put it on this mannequin. I have a few strings hanging out of it, y'all, so I know y'all don't like to see strings, but you know it's incomplete. If we still have strings on it, it's not done yet. So just know that it's not done yet until I have sewn in all of the strings. Okay, so here she is. She is a gray bucket hat. I made her in double crochet. There she is. I think she's absolutely beautiful. Let me move her back a little bit so you can really see her. There you go. Oh, I have such a tall mannequin. There she is. Hey, y'all. She is styling and profiling for the springtime in her plain bucket hat made out of double crochet, and it's also made out of acrylic yarn, but you can, of course, get it in cotton yarn. I can make these in cotton and in any color. Isn't that gorgeous? That is the style. So I've made ruffle bucket hats. I've made just plain bucket hats like this. I've made bucket hats out of granny squares, and you can also get a bucket hat with flowers all over it, or, you know, just whatever your style is. You know, a lot of people just like plain bucket hats, so that's what I'm just working on right now, and I'll just work on that for the remainder of the day. Okay? All right, one more thing before I go. I just want to share with you the fact that I'm going to make another bucket hat. And I'll be using this yarn. This is scrap yarn out of my scrap yarn. Out of my scrap yarn that I made one person a bucket hat out of this yarn about a month or two ago, and they had flowers all over the hat. So I made some little forget-me-nots. I crocheted them and put them all over the hat. I don't know if I took a picture of it or not, but I can't insert it because I don't have a computer. I'm working on my phone. But anyway, I'm gonna make another bucket hat out of this pink, and I'll come back to you and let you see what it looks like at another time, okay? Thank you so much for being with me. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.